Stop booking cruises without watching this first, because the wrong month could ruin everything. Most travel guides won't tell you this, but for senior cruisers, timing isn't just a preference, it's a matter of survival on that ship. Extreme heat will drain you, rough seas will wreck you, and overcrowded ports will leave you exhausted before you even get back on board. The cruise industry wants your money regardless of when you sail, but we are here to give you the brutal truth. The difference between the right month and the wrong month is the difference between the vacation of your lifetime and a miserable, physically punishing ordeal you'll spend weeks recovering from. Younger travelers can tough it out. You shouldn't have to. So we are cutting straight through the noise right now and telling you exactly which months are gold and which ones are absolute disasters for senior cruisers, destination by destination. Pay close attention, because what you are about to hear could completely change how you plan every cruise from this point forward. Now that you understand why timing is everything for senior cruisers, let me walk you through exactly what this video covers so you know what to expect. We are going to break everything down region by region, looking at the major cruise destinations that seniors love most. For each destination, we will identify the best months and the months you will want to avoid. Along the way, we will be factoring in temperature, humidity levels, hurricane season risks, and even onboard crowd levels, because a packed ship during peak season can be just as exhausting as bad weather. Whether you are dreaming of the Caribbean, the Mediterranean, Alaska, or beyond, this video is designed to give you clear, practical guidance so you can plan your next cruise with total confidence. Stop wasting your retirement money on miserable cruises. The Caribbean has a secret window that most seniors completely miss, and it could make or break your entire vacation. December through April is your absolute non-negotiable sweet spot, and here's why you need to pay attention right now. During these critical months, the seas transform into something almost glassy and calm. A total game changer if rough water has ever ruined a trip for you or someone you love. The brutal humidity that destroys summer Caribbean cruises? Gone. Replaced by dry, breathable air that lets you actually enjoy every single moment on deck and at port without gasping or sweating through your clothes. Temperatures hit that perfect warm but not punishing zone that your body craves. And if you're managing joint pain, mobility challenges, heart conditions, or breathing issues, listen up, because this matters enormously. These cooler, drier conditions aren't just comfortable, they are genuinely safer for you. Miss this window, and you're gambling with your health and your hard-earned money. Book inside it, and you've just unlocked the Caribbean experience you've always deserved. Now let's talk about when seniors should absolutely avoid the Caribbean. June through November marks hurricane season, and this period brings serious risks that older travelers need to carefully consider. During these months, cruise lines frequently alter or cancel port stops with little warning, leaving passengers stuck on board or redirected to less desirable destinations. Beyond itinerary disruptions, rough seas during tropical storms can make daily life on board genuinely uncomfortable, especially for seniors with balance issues or motion sensitivity. But even without a named storm, the heat and humidity during these months are relentless. Temperatures regularly climb into the 90s with humidity levels that feel suffocating. For seniors managing heart conditions, respiratory issues, or mobility challenges, spending time outdoors in those conditions can quickly go from unpleasant to genuinely dangerous. Now let's sail over to the Mediterranean, a destination that truly captures the hearts of senior travelers. With its rich history, stunning coastlines, and world-famous cuisine, it's easy to understand why so many older cruisers put this region at the top of their bucket lists. However, timing your visit is absolutely essential. April, May, and October stand out as the ideal months for seniors exploring this part of the world. During these shoulder season months, temperatures remain comfortably mild, typically ranging from the mid-60s to low 80s in Fahrenheit. More importantly, the crowds are significantly thinner, which makes a tremendous difference when navigating cobblestone streets in Rome, climbing ancient steps in Athens, or strolling along the vibrant waterfront in Barcelona. Your body and your experience will both thank you. Now let's talk about when to avoid the Mediterranean if you're a senior traveler. July and August are simply the most challenging months, and here's why that matters for your health and comfort. Temperatures regularly exceed 100 degrees Fahrenheit across popular ports like Athens, Rome, and Santorini. That kind of heat isn't just uncomfortable, it can be genuinely dangerous for older adults, especially those managing heart conditions, blood pressure issues, or mobility challenges. Add to that the massive tourist crowds that descend on these historical sites during peak summer, and you're looking at long waits, packed pathways, and extremely limited shade. Most ancient sites require significant walking across uneven terrain, which becomes physically exhausting under brutal summer sun. What should be a magical experience can quickly become overwhelming. Avoiding these 2 months alone can dramatically improve your entire Mediterranean cruise experience. Now let's talk about Alaska, a destination that sits at the top of so many seniors' bucket lists, and for good reason. The scenery alone is absolutely breathtaking, from towering glaciers to dramatic fjords and dense evergreen forests. But timing your Alaska cruise correctly makes a tremendous difference. May, June, and early September stand out as the ideal months for older travelers. In May and June, you get longer daylight hours, excellent wildlife viewing opportunities including whales, bears, and bald eagles, and temperatures that are cool and refreshing rather than bitterly cold. Early September brings a magical quality, with the first hints of fall color appearing against the landscape. Importantly, these months sit just outside the peak July and August rush, meaning smaller crowds at popular ports like Juneau, Skagway, and Ketchikan, making exploration far more comfortable for seniors. Now let's talk about when to avoid Alaska if you're a senior cruiser. October through April are essentially off the table, as most major cruise lines completely suspend Alaska operations during these months. The region becomes too harsh, too dark, and too unpredictable to support regular sailings. But here's something many travelers overlook. Even late September can catch seniors off guard. As summer fades, Alaska shifts quickly. Weather becomes increasingly unpredictable, with sudden storms rolling in without much warning. Seas can turn rough, making onboard movement uncomfortable and even unsafe for those with balance or mobility concerns. Daylight hours also drop noticeably by late September, limiting your ability to enjoy the breathtaking scenery that makes Alaska so special. For seniors prioritizing comfort and safety, sticking within the recommended window is strongly advised. Now let's talk about one of the most senior-friendly cruise experiences available today: European river cruises. Unlike ocean voyages, river cruises offer calm, smooth waters that virtually eliminate seasickness, and ports are often right in the heart of charming towns, meaning minimal walking from the ship to the action. This makes them incredibly appealing for seniors with mobility concerns. When it comes to timing, April through June and September through October are widely considered the sweet spot months. Spring sailings treat you to blooming tulip fields along the Rhine and lush green landscapes throughout France and Hungary. Fall sailings bring stunning golden foliage and harvest festivals, particularly along the Danube and Moselle rivers. Temperatures during these shoulder seasons remain comfortable, typically ranging from the mid-50s to the low 70s Fahrenheit, making sightseeing genuinely enjoyable rather than exhausting. Now let's talk about when to avoid European river cruises as a senior traveler. December through February brings two serious problems: freezing temperatures and unpredictable water levels. When rivers like the Rhine or Danube freeze or drop too low, ships literally cannot move, forcing passengers onto buses for hours instead of gliding through scenic waterways. That completely defeats the purpose of a river cruise. On the opposite end, July and August bring their own headaches. temperatures regularly climb into the 90s, and popular stops like Vienna, Budapest and Amsterdam become overwhelmingly crowded with tourists. For seniors, navigating cobblestone streets in extreme heat, surrounded by massive crowds, can quickly turn a dream vacation into an exhausting ordeal. The physical toll during these peak summer months is simply not worth it when better options exist. Now let's talk about one of the most accessible cruise options for seniors in the eastern United States: Bahamas and Florida-based cruises. These shorter voyages are incredibly convenient, often departing from ports like Miami and Port Canaveral, meaning no long flights or complicated logistics. For seniors, November through March is truly the sweet spot. During these months, temperatures are comfortable and refreshing rather than sweltering. Humidity drops to manageable levels, and the seas remain relatively calm. These itineraries typically run 3 to 7 nights, making them physically manageable without overwhelming fatigue. Shorter trips also mean less time away from home, which many seniors prefer. The winter months bring a wonderful crowd of fellow mature travelers, creating a relaxed and enjoyable atmosphere on board that genuinely suits the senior travel lifestyle perfectly. Now, on the flip side, June through September is when Bahamas and Florida cruises become significantly less appealing for senior travelers. During these summer months, temperatures regularly climb into the upper 90s, and when you factor in the humidity, it can feel well over 100 degrees on deck or while exploring port towns. For seniors managing heart conditions, respiratory issues, or simply a lower tolerance for extreme heat, this kind of environment poses real risks. But beyond the physical discomfort, there is another serious concern: tropical storms. Hurricane season runs from June through November, and even a relatively minor storm system can force cruise lines to reroute or cancel ports entirely. For shorter 3 to 4 night itineraries, that disruption can essentially eliminate the entire purpose of the trip, leaving seniors with a very different vacation than they planned. If you prefer milder climates without extreme heat or cold, Pacific Coast and Hawaii cruises deserve serious consideration. These itineraries offer a gentler pace that many seniors find deeply appealing. The best months to sail are April through June and September through November. During these windows, temperatures stay warm but never oppressive, seas tend to be calmer, and the overall atmosphere on board feels noticeably more relaxed. One underrated benefit is the crowd factor. Unlike summer sailings packed with families and children on school break, shoulder season departures attract a quieter, older demographic, meaning shorter lines at the buffet, more peaceful pool decks, and a generally slower onboard rhythm. For seniors who want sunshine, stunning coastal scenery, and volcanic landscapes without battling summer chaos, these months consistently deliver a comfortable and memorable experience. While Hawaii and Pacific Coast cruises offer wonderful experiences for seniors, the winter months of December through February come with some important warnings worth considering carefully. The open ocean crossings between the mainland United States and Hawaii are among the longest stretches of uninterrupted sea travel available on any cruise itinerary. During these winter months, the Pacific Ocean can generate powerful swells, reaching heights that make even large ships rock considerably. For seniors who are prone to motion sickness, these crossings can turn what should be a dream vacation into a genuinely miserable experience lasting several consecutive days. Even passengers who have never experienced seasickness before have reported significant discomfort during winter Hawaii crossings. If you are sensitive to motion, strongly consider booking these sailings during the calmer spring or fall windows instead. For retired seniors with flexible schedules, transatlantic and world cruises represent an incredible opportunity that younger travelers simply cannot take advantage of as easily. These extended voyages are becoming increasingly popular among older cruisers who have the time and freedom to truly embrace longer journeys at sea. If you are considering a transatlantic crossing, timing is absolutely everything. Repositioning cruises in April and October consistently offer the best combination of value and weather conditions. During these shoulder months, the North Atlantic tends to be far more cooperative, with manageable swells and comfortable temperatures. Cruise lines also offer significantly reduced fares during repositioning sailings, making them a fantastic deal. However, winter transatlantic crossings, particularly December through February, are notoriously rough and uncomfortable, with powerful storms and massive waves that can make even seasoned sailors miserable. Beyond weather, seniors should factor in several key considerations when timing their cruise. First, avoid peak school holiday periods like summer break and spring break. These windows bring larger crowds, louder environments, and longer lines at ports and onboard facilities, which can be exhausting and stressful for older travelers. Shoulder season sailings, typically April through May and September through October, tend to attract a higher proportion of adult and senior passengers, creating a calmer, more relaxed atmosphere. These sailings also benefit from less strain on onboard medical facilities, meaning doctors and staff are more accessible if needed. Additionally, ships sailing during shoulder seasons often carry a demographic that better matches senior preferences, with quieter entertainment options, slower-paced excursions, and more attentive service overall, making the entire experience significantly more comfortable and enjoyable. Now, before you get too excited about those lower price tags in shoulder or off-peak seasons, there is one critical step that many seniors overlook, and that is securing the right travel insurance at the right time. Booking earlier in the planning process gives you broader coverage options, including cancel for any reason policies that become invaluable when weather uncertainty is high. Some months may offer genuinely attractive pricing, but they come with real trade-offs. You might face limited port selections, modified itineraries, or a higher likelihood of cancellations due to unpredictable weather patterns. Seniors managing ongoing health conditions should also schedule a pre-cruise medical consultation to ensure their timing aligns with their physical readiness. Saving money means nothing if an unexpected health event or weather disruption leaves you stranded without proper coverage or preparation. Now that you have a solid understanding of timing across different destinations, let's talk about how to make the smartest decision for your specific situation. First, consider working with a travel agent who specializes in senior travel. These professionals understand your unique needs and can match you with sailings that align with your health, mobility, and comfort preferences. Second, when researching online, look for passenger reviews that are specifically filtered by travel month. A review from July tells a very different story than one from October. Third, before booking, always check the cruise line's itinerary flexibility policies. Some ships offer stronger guarantees around weather-related port changes than others, which matters enormously when you're planning around health schedules or limited mobility. These 3 steps alone can save you from a disappointing experience and help you find your perfect sailing window. So let's bring it all together. For the Caribbean, December through April wins. The Mediterranean shines brightest in April, May, and October. Alaska rewards you most in May, June, and early September. European river cruises peak in spring and fall. The Bahamas and Florida routes are best from November through March. Hawaii and the Pacific coast favor April through June and September through November. And for transatlantic journeys, April and October repositioning cruises offer the smoothest experience overall. But here is the most important thing to remember. There is no single perfect month that works for every senior traveler. Your ideal timing depends entirely on your destination, your personal health needs, how well you handle heat or cold, and the budget you are working with. Every traveler is different, and your cruise should reflect that. And speaking of smart cruise planning, if you are serious about making every dollar count on your next adventure, then you absolutely cannot miss our next video. River cruise versus ocean cruise. After 60, which one actually saves you money? We are breaking down the real costs, the hidden fees, the comfort levels, and everything in between, so you can make the smartest decision for your budget and your lifestyle. Trust me, the answer might completely surprise you. So make sure you are subscribed and have those notifications turned on so you do not miss a single second of it.